Welcome to the First Five, where we flip the script, find God in real life, and get your soul fed in just 5 minutes flat. No fluff, no filters, just straight truth that hits different. And trust me, heaven's got something to say today. This is word that walks with you to work, rides with you in traffic, and sits right in the middle of your living room chaos. So whether you're sipping coffee, scrolling before the kids wake up, or just trying to get your mind right for the day, lock in. 5 minutes, one word, all fire. Let's flow. Good morning, family. It's Shout Out Saturday. Today, we're giving God the loudest shout out because if it wasn't for his goodness, we wouldn't even be here. Let's lift him higher than anything else in our lives today. So let's get into it. This is your first five. 5 minutes, one word, let's flow. So listen, have you ever been at a family dinner where somebody shows up late? I'm like CP time too, but still wants the biggest piece of chicken. You're like, wait a minute. You didn't even set the table. You didn't bring a side dish. And now you want the biggest piece of chicken? No. That's the thing about meals. They reveal who's serving and who's just sitting. And in John 13, Jesus flips the whole script. At the Passover table, he doesn't just eat. He gets up, wraps a towel around his waist, and washes his disciples' feet. In other words, communion isn't just consuming, it's contributing. Teens, like group projects. You can't just show up and do nothing, although some people do. Millennials, like roommates. Everybody's got to wash the dishes sometimes. Like, you ain't know that? Elders, like Sunday dinner. You pass the plate because the table is about family, not just food. So I titled today's message, Communion. In John 13, Jesus is about to be betrayed, but instead of demanding honor, he gives it. Verse 14 says, "Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet." Jesus models a kingdom ethic. True leadership is service. True communion is humility, and true fellowship is love in action. Our culture treats meals as fast food. Grab, go, consume. But Christ shows us that the kingdom table is about slowing down, serving, and remembering. So let's talk truth. Communion is humility in action. Jesus, the Son of God, kneels to wash dirty feet. In first century culture, foot washing was a task reserved for the lowest servant in the house. The roads were dusty, sandals were thin, and feet were filthy. Yet the one who spoke galaxies into existence wrapped a towel around his waist and bent low. That's not weakness, that's kingdom greatness. Philippians 2:7 says, he emptied himself on taking the very nature of a servant. Communion isn't just about bread and cup. It's about living a towel and basin kind of life. It's choosing to serve even when you don't have to, even when no one's clapping for you. It's like the CEO grabbing the mop or the teacher cleaning the classroom after the kids leave. Everyone notices when greatness stoops to serve, and that kind of love sticks longer than any sermon. My second point, communion resists consumer culture. At the table, the disciples were still arguing about who was the greatest. Jesus doesn't debate them. He demonstrates kingdom living by serving. Communion resists the lie that life is about consuming. My plate, my preference, my position. Instead, it's about contributing. Culture says, take all you can, stack your plate high, and look out for yourself. Christ says, give all you are, even if it means lowering yourself for someone else's good. Think about a potluck dinner. If everybody only showed up to eat and nobody brought food, the table would be empty. But when everyone contributes, there's more than enough. Communion works because everybody brings something: love, encouragement, sacrifice, humility. And lastly, communion builds generational witness. Jesus ends the moment by saying, I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. He's not just telling them to wash feet. He's giving them a lifestyle to pass on. Communion isn't just a ritual. It's discipleship across generations. Teens, your kindness at school is communion. Every time you stand up for someone or choose love over shade, you point back to Christ. Millennials, your service in the middle of your grind, whether at work, with kids, or in your community, shows Jesus in real time to people who may never walk inside of a church. Elders, your example of faith, humility, and perseverance is the table we're all still eating from. The younger generation is nourished by the witness of your life. When people sit at the table of your life, are they fed by your service or just your appetite? And where is God asking you to pick up the towel and wash feet this week? In your home, your job, or your relationships? And our prayer for today: Lord, thank you for showing me that true greatness is service. Teach me to live communion daily, not just at the table, but in my life. Help me to wash feet, carry burdens, and build love wherever I go. Amen. This week, do one act of foot washing. Serve someone in a way that lowers you but lifts them. Well, there you have it. That was your first 5. Now go live it. 5 minutes, 1 word, all fire. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, communion isn't just what you take, it's what you give. I see you back here in the morning.